We got our new valve samples in via the internet and the U.S. Postal Service. So we'll pull these old ones out. Throw that package away. That's what we've actually been waiting on. Went ahead and cleaned that head off a little bit better. Careful not to scar this up. You also want to be careful on just sticking that through there, because that's where your valves go up and down. You don't want to scar that up and start tearing up your valve. Valve guide is what it is. So just take your time, they'll pop off. Alright. When doing this, you want to put just a little bit of smidge oil on there, because it won't be lubricated at first. Alright, today I'm using a little bit of Silklene, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my top of my valve guide there. You can make some of it go down the hole there, and that way when you put your valve up in there, it'll be lubricated up inside that boot. Pop your boot on. And I just dropped mine. Good times, good times. Okay, it fell all the way through. Alright. Make sure you get all this cleaned off real good. I'd use some carb cleaner or what have you. Don't use any B12 after you put that up, them boots on there. It shows already pretty cleaned off, and I'll go back with the towel. Alright, now we're ready to start putting our valves in. You obviously have to put them in a certain way. You got an exhaust and an intake, so we'll put this exhaust in first. Okay. I do want to make sure I got this good and cleaned off when I did my grinding. So I'm going to double check that. Alright, I put some paper towels underneath my head to support that valve. And I'm going to try and just press this on. Once in a while you can get lucky and do it. If you can get the keepers to drop down. We'll give this a few tries.
I can't wait for it. It's so giant. It's getting bigger and bigger like a pillow.
Didn't get it. Make sure.
Whoa!
It's all gonna go down.
It's so cool. Getting so really big, Corey. See? Whoa! It feels like wind. I can't hold it, but I could now. I think this is enough air, Corey. Does it look like enough air? Because it's getting really big. It's almost done. Then I'm going to tie it, Corey.
Great.
Whoa! So cool. It's not middle anymore. It's giant. This one is getting big to me. But I'm not putting it on the ground one that's really giant, Corey. I will pop, right?
Great.
I don't got nothing plugged in it. It's this getting big.
I got another idea. Try a magnet. There's one minute door right here.
Oh no, I went over here.
Alright, take like 25 on getting this stupid thing on.
Love it.
Just won't sit. There we go.
I'm gonna take that care of it. Now, oh, here. Now it's starting to get big. Whoa. I love it. I'm gonna play with it. Well, I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna when I swim, I'm gonna bring it in. I think it's about to get really tight, right? It's cool. Oh, I found a good thing.
Really need a bigger sequence. That's what I need.
So I guess put it all the way left.
Okay, I got one in. These were a mother of a pearl. Before you put these in, spray them off with some carb cleaner. Like so. Got your intake valve here. I've already cleaned that off. It's been sitting though for a few days, so we'll wipe it off again.
Oh, that memo school later. Is
We'll
that
wipe it
the
off
one you're
again.
talking about?
See, I put a paper towel underneath there to support my valve. Find my two keepers. Wipe them off. On here. I've got a few different tools to pull out valves and stuff, but It's all being pretty stubborn. So I used a wrench without tearing up any aluminum. Slowly pushed it down over the valve. One. There's two. All right. That's how I did this. All right. So I'm gonna clean all my gasket surfaces back up, and this head will be good to put in. Okay. We're gonna put our rockers back in there. So these are actually both labeled the same. I took the adjustment screws out. We'll put them in this way first. There's a hole on this side of the head, and if you'll notice, there's a flat-headed screw, so it goes in that way. There's beveled edges on this camshaft here. The 10mm bolt goes through one. Oops, went too far. Let me pull that back out now. And hey, bud, that's enough. All right. And that'll sit about like that. There's 10mm bolt goes right here. And then we'll have to put our adjuster screws back in and reset our valves once we get our push rods in and stuff. But get started. I'm gonna go back and blow all this back out with carb cleaner again before I actually put it back in the head. There's two beveled edges, like I said, so if you don't put it in right, your connecting rods for your cylinder won't go in right. So anyway, we'll adjust that out here in a minute. It should be pretty close though. All right, so we've run our rocker arm bolt back through there. It goes in a certain way. You'll see that it's beveled there, and there's a hole for the 10mm bolt that goes on top, so make sure you got all that correct. And we got push rods, so we'll go back and adjust these after we get everything tightened down. You'll make sure you got your head tightened down before you adjust this, or it won't be correct.